So here's a new reality. Our local PG&E, which stands for Pimps, Goons, and Extortioners, still doesn't have the power on. There's other people around us that have it on. I'm not really sore about that. The reality I want to put out is talking about small businesses that couldn't handle 7 or 8 days being without power. You know, like the ones that hold like perishables, like grocery stores and, you know, places that serve food. You know, when the power came back on, they didn't have anything to sell because it had all gone bad. And they still had to pay rent. Some of them bought a generator, which put them back however far it put them back. And so now there's a, you know, it's fulfilling the demographic rearrangement that Agenda 2030 is promising us. And they'll find a way to turn it around in everybody's mind and fit this into the Green New Deal, which is what it's really all about. Just making people go crazy. You know, we all thought we could depend on things. I didn't. That's why I moved here, because I always thought this would happen. But it's squeezing me harder than I thought it would be. It's really wearing on my wife. So, you know, that's terrible. You know, and it sucks watching friends who work so hard at their small businesses go under because of this shenanigan. While I'm sure that, you know, there's probably people on the board of PG&E who have tons of money invested in Generac and Champion and any other kind of generator out there possible. I'm sure they made money hand over fist while maybe saving some sort of operating costs for being off and BSing us about that there's some repairs. It all happens so rapidly and at once that it's hard to keep it all under thumb and in your mind. You know, we get fire warnings, we get high wind warnings that turn the power off all at the same time. It's completely engineered. Anyone who is up to speed these days knows that they can manage the weather. If you have money, you can manage the weather. Look at my other video that says climate change, geoengineering. And I talk about how they manage the weather. You can buy and sell the weather. So this is just another travesty. All we can do is look out for danger so we don't wreck. We can wreck our lives depending on these people who are just pimps, goons, and extortioners, like I said before. Granted, having power through a line is cheaper than $1 an hour on propane, but it's still a shame. It's a shame what they've done. God help us all. You know, I wanted to say one thing before I go. The bucket is always lighter in your own yard. Bye.